NEC Section 680.41 states that all hot tubs must be protected by a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI. A GFCI doesn't need a ground wire to operate. It uses a transformer that senses imbalances in current flow between the hot and neutral conductors. If there is an imbalance, it trips the circuit, preventing dangerous shocks. Driving a ground rod beside the hot tub does not provide any additional protection or eliminate the need for a GFCI. The ground rod only establishes a connection to the earth, which is not sufficient to prevent electrical shocks from the hot tub. The electrician who removed the GFCI and drove a ground rod violated the following code rules. Firstly, NEC Section 680.41, which requires a GFCI for hot tubs. Secondly, NEC Section 250.50, which states that the ground rod does not provide an effective ground for the hot tub and does not meet the requirements of this section. The disconnect for a hot tub must be located at least 5 feet from the inside wall of the hot tub, according to NEC Section 680.21. A GFCI is designed to protect people from electrical shock. It works by monitoring the current flowing to and from an appliance or electrical device. If there is a difference in current between the supply and return conductors, it indicates that some of the current is leaking to ground, potentially through a person. The GFCI quickly trips the circuit, cutting off the power and preventing a dangerous shock. The ground wire, on the other hand, provides a path for fault current to flow back to the electrical panel, which can trip the circuit breaker or fuse. However, it may not act quickly enough to prevent a shock, especially if the person is in direct contact with the energized part. The GFCI is much more sensitive and reacts much faster, providing a higher level of protection. Driving a ground rod near the hot tub and bonding the hot tub's metal parts to it might seem like a good idea, but it's not a substitute for a GFCI. The ground rod is intended to provide a path to ground for lightning strikes and other transient voltages, and it's not designed to handle the type of current leakage that a GFCI detects. The ground rod's resistance to earth can also vary depending on soil conditions, which can affect its effectiveness. Removing a GFCI from a hot tub circuit is a serious code violation and creates a significant safety hazard. The NEC requires GFCI protection for hot tubs to minimize the risk of electrical shock. By removing the GFCI, the electrician is putting people at risk of serious injury or even death. The NEC has specific requirements for the location of the disconnect switch for a hot tub. The disconnect must be located at least 5 feet away from the inside wall of the hot tub, but no more than 50 feet away. This requirement is intended to prevent people from reaching into the hot tub while operating the disconnect switch, which could create a shock hazard. It's important to educate people about the importance of GFCIs and the potential hazards of improperly connected hot tubs. Many people don't understand how GFCIs work or why they're necessary. It's important to explain the benefits of GFCI protection and to address any concerns or misconceptions they may have. Refusing to work on hot tubs that do not meet code requirements is the responsible and ethical thing to do. As an electrician, it's your responsibility to ensure that all electrical work is performed safely and in accordance with the NEC. If you're asked to perform work that violates the code, you should refuse to do it. Customers can face legal liability if they do not ensure that the hot tubs are properly installed and maintained. If someone is injured or killed due to an improperly connected hot tub, the homeowner could be held liable for damages. It's important to advise customers to have their hot tubs inspected by a qualified electrician to ensure that they meet all applicable codes and safety standards. The NEC is updated every 3 years, and it's important to stay up to date on the latest changes. The NEC contains many specific requirements for hot tubs, including requirements for bonding, granting, and GFCI protection. Failure to comply with these requirements can result in serious injury or death. When working on hot tubs, it's important to follow all safety precautions, including turning off the power before working on any electrical components. Hot tubs can be very dangerous, and it's important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and others. Always use proper personal protective equipment, or PPE, such as gloves and safety glasses. Working on electrical systems can be dangerous, and it's important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock. Consult the NEC and local codes for specific requirements related to hot tub installations. These codes provide detailed guidance on safe and compliant wiring practices. Remember, electrical safety is paramount. Never compromise safety for convenience or cost savings. A properly installed and maintained hot tub is a safe and enjoyable amenity. The GFCI is a critical safety device that protects against electrical shock. Do not bypass or disable the GFCI protection. Grounding ensures a safe path for fault current. Proper bonding connects metallic parts to minimize voltage differences. Follow all NEC guidelines for hot tub installations. Do not allow swimming in a hot tub during lightning. Keep electrical devices away from the hot tub area. Regular inspections and maintenance prevent hazards. Consider hiring a qualified electrician for hot tub work. Safety should always be the top priority when dealing with electricity, especially around water. The information provided is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional electrical advice. Always consult with a licensed electrician for specific recommendations and to ensure compliance with local codes and regulations. Remember that electrical codes and regulations can vary depending on location, so it is essential to consult with local authorities or a qualified electrician to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. The importance of GFCI protection cannot be overstated, as it is a critical safety feature that can save lives. Proper grounding and bonding are also essential for ensuring electrical safety around hot tubs. Educate yourself and others about electrical safety practices to prevent accidents and injuries. Prioritize safety in all electrical work and never take shortcuts that could compromise safety. Remember that electricity and water can be a dangerous combination, so it is crucial to take all necessary precautions to prevent electrical shock. Stay informed about the latest electrical codes and regulations to ensure that your electrical installations are safe and compliant. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical work, always consult with a qualified electrician. Hot tubs can be a source of relaxation and enjoyment, but they can also be dangerous if not properly installed and maintained. By following safety guidelines and working with qualified professionals, you can minimize the risks and enjoy your hot tub safely. It is essential to regularly inspect your hot tub for any signs of damage or wear and tear, such as cracks, leaks, or exposed wires. Promptly repair any issues to prevent potential hazards. Keep the area around your hot tub clean and free of clutter to prevent slips and falls. Install proper lighting around your hot tub to improve visibility and safety, especially at night. Consider adding safety features such as handrails or steps to make it easier to enter and exit the hot tub safely. Always supervise children when they are using the hot tub and never allow them to play unsupervised near the water. Teach children about the dangers of electricity and water and how to stay safe around hot tubs. Never use electrical appliances or devices near the hot tub, as this could create a shock hazard. If you are planning to install a new hot tub, be sure to obtain all necessary permits and approvals from your local authorities. Work with a qualified electrician to ensure that the hot tub is properly installed and wired in accordance with all applicable codes and regulations. Consider having your hot tub inspected annually by a qualified electrician to ensure that it is safe and in good working order. Stay informed about the latest safety recommendations and best practices for hot tub use and maintenance. By taking these precautions, you can help ensure that your hot tub is a safe and enjoyable amenity for you and your family. In summary, remember the critical role of the GFCI, the inadequacy of ground rods alone, the importance of proper disconnect placement, and the need to adhere to all relevant electrical codes for hot tub installations.